Masoludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values that's giving maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Uchechukwu Ebonam. Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has abolished payment of all fees, including tuition, in all public schools in the state. Governor Soludo made the announcement at Premier Primary School, Obosi, Idemili North Council area. Those affected are pupils in a nursery to primary 6 and JSS 1 to 3 students. The governor, who identified 4 categories of schools in the state, are private schools, mission private schools, mission public schools, and public schools, said that the poor people attend the least category of school, which he explained will be used as a model in school administration and management. The governor added that the aim is to go back to the basic when education was used as an equalizer, such that children from poor and rich backgrounds will attend the same school and compete favorably, stressing that his administration will commence massive infrastructural development in all government-run schools in the coming weeks and months. Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezadri, Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumaude, her works counterpart, Engineer Ifeanyi Ukoma, among others, teachers, pupils, and Obosi community leaders were present when the announcement was made. Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has felicitated with Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, as she turns 63 today. In a message released in Oka, Mrs. Soludo describes Senator Tinubu as one of the few women in Nigeria who have used their positions to touch humanity and answer the call of benevolence. The governor's wife explained that through her New Era Foundation, which was set up during her time as a Lagos State governor's wife to help women and children, and now her Renewed Hope initiative, Senator Tinubu has shown that spouses of public servants can play a vital role in good governance by lending their own hands. Mrs. Soludo noted that Senator Tinubu's political success validates the campaign for women involvement in politics, explaining that she has shown this through her constantly showing genuine commitment to the welfare of the ordinary people. She further hailed the immediate impact that the Nigeria's First Lady has made on the current national regime, as well as the great role she has played in remolding the vision and objectives of the Forum of Governors' Wives in Nigeria, while wishing the president's wife well as she gives her own support to the administration of her husband. The Anambra First Lady prayed God to give her the grace and vision to carry on with her family and political affairs. The government of Anambra State has found it disappointing and regrettable that electricity transformers bought with taxpayers' money and given to communities in the state by the previous administration to improve their power supply are yet to be installed and utilized by these communities. A release signed by the Anambra Commissioner for Information, Sir Paul Wosu, states that most of these transformers have unfortunately been vandalized, abandoned, and left to deteriorate and overgrown by weeds. According to the release, government is giving beneficiary communities an ultimatum of 14 days to repair and install these transformers. Failing to do so, the Ministry of Power and Water Resources would immediately take necessary steps to recover transformers that are not functional and not utilized by the communities. It also states that these serves as a final notice. On security, officers of the enforcement team of Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra Ota Brigade have arrested 2 cable vandals. The suspects were arrested in Onitsha. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Speaking to the ABS, the public relations officer of the agency, Mr. Anthony Abwefune, said the suspects were arrested after a member of the public provided reliable intelligence that 2 people were digging and vandalizing electricity and telecommunication cables in the area. According to the Ocha Brigade image maker, in the course of documentation, the suspects confessed to specializing in vandalizing facilities of network service providers.
Through the effort of the sitting governor and all his lieutenants within the media, ministry, department agencies, everybody's hand is on deck to make sure whether you are brother or not, whether my brother or not, because issue of orderliness usually start from every individual. Start from us to make sure that the act of modesty and sanity will come to Anambra State.
One of the suspects, Mr. Chigozie Mbakwe, begged for forgiveness and explained that he was working as a security personnel in the locality when he noticed the said cable and contacted his friend to have a look but never planned to steal it. The suspects were paraded alongside 12 other illegal revenue collectors and impersonators of public officials and agencies in the state. The agency promised that all the suspects will be transferred immediately to the Anambra Police for more investigations and prosecution. In Awka, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
People of Eastern Ocha community in Awka North Local Government area have staged another peaceful protest at the Anambra State Government House in Awka, demanding for urgent intervention of Governor Chukwuma Soludo in crisis in the community, as well as withdrawal of certificate of recognition from Barrister Sylvester Mborangini as the traditional ruler of the town, saying that he was imposed on them as their traditional ruler. Members of Eastern Ocha community turned out in their numbers for the peaceful protest, including the youths and the aged. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
The people were seen with placards with inscriptions like Isu Aniocha needs peace, not Igwe. Governor Soludo, please listen to our cry. Isu Aniocha do not need youths who sell our land. Isu Aniocha has suffered prolonged period of crisis. Isu Aniocha needs peace, not war. Speaking, the caretaker President General of Isu Aniocha community, Mr. Frederick Egunwa, said that what informed the repeat of the action is the inability of concerned authorities to do the needful pertaining the demands of the people during the previous peaceful protest, which is recovering of the sold portions of Isu Aniocha Secondary School land and a Kabwa market land sold by group of persons, as well as withdrawal of certificate of recognition from Barrister Sylvester Mborangini as the traditional ruler of the town. Mr. Egunwa re-emphasized that Igweship in Isu Aniocha community from time immemorial is not decided by election, but rather through the custom and tradition of the community and by merit, saying that even if the Igweship of the town will now be decided through an election, that the state government should first enthrone peace in the community to enable everybody in Isu Aniocha participate in the election, as according to him, many indigenes of the community, especially the major stakeholders, run out of the community for safety.
So we're expecting to see a good result from them as they promise us. And the government intervention, I know they told us it won't be more than 2 weeks that we'll hear from them. So, and we believe they will do so. Also, we trust our governor, as his name implies, Soludo. So we are flowing to peace.
In various interviews, some members of the community, including an elderly man, Chief Frederick Nwokoye, Chief Francis Adike, Mrs. Elizabeth Chukwuemeka Nweke, and Mrs. Eunice Okafor, emphasized that what Isu Aniocha needs now is restoration of total peace in the community, and expressed hope that Governor Soludo will intervene in the community's issue this time without more delay in order to avert more loss of life and properties to the crisis.
I went na yo Chukwu ka ya bụ Chineke onye bidoro ọlụ a ka olulu onye n'isi n'ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu ebu udo ka mma and udo ahụ ka anyị na-achọ n'aha Jesus.
Addressing the people on behalf of the state government, the chief of staff to the governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajoy, assured them that Governor Chukwuma Soludo will look into the matter immediately, as he is a peace-loving governor who is committed to ensuring peaceful coexistence across the state.
Panine nke gbasara igwe gọvanọ ga-eji aka n'ebe anya enye unu feedback n'oge ete ha aka.
Contributing, the Anambra State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Aderemi Adeoye, commended the peaceful disposition of the people during the protest, recommending dialogue as the best approach towards addressing the crisis. From Government House in Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Still to come in the news, the federal government to accommodate private firefighters into National Fire Academy. Armenia exchanges words with Azerbaijan over breach of ceasefire. Governor Chuguma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news returns shortly after the break.
Want to know what's coming, guys? The free beach ball! I guess I'd better start again. Oh, here we go, everybody. Free beach ball! Yes, guys, there's a free beach ball in every carton of Capri Sun. Get a carton, get a ball. It's time to play some more. Play! Capri Sun. The taste of fun.
Welcome back to the rest of the news. The federal government says it is proposing to broaden the scope of the National Fire Academy to accommodate private firefighters to address fire incidents across the country. The plan, if carried out, would lead to the emergence of private firefighters in the country. Speaking after his first official inspection tour of the academy, the Minister of Interior, Olubomi Tunji-Ojo, said the fire service will have certified private firefighters like the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps private guards. He added that private firefighters were needed to enhance the fire service's operations as well as improve their response time. The Interior Minister stated that Nigeria has partly read over 3 million private guards certified by the NSCDC to enhance our service and response time, adding that this is another innovative way to generate revenue, as anyone looking to become a safety or security guard should get trained and certified by this academy. Ethnic Armenian forces in the breakaway region of Nagorno-Karabakh has accused Azerbaijan's military of breaking a ceasefire brokered by Russia, but Azerbaijan dismissed the reports as completely false. The two sides held talks to negotiate the enclave's integration into Azerbaijan after Karabakh's forces agreed to surrender following 24 hours of intense fighting. According to the report, a day after the truce came into effect, local Armenian forces said Azerbaijan was using a variety of firearms violating the agreement on the ceasefire. They said shots could be heard in the center of the region's major city, Kankandi, known as Spanakot by Armenians. Meanwhile, ethnic Armenian and Azerbaijani delegations met in the town of Yalok, some 100 kilometers north of Kankandi, to discuss Nagorno-Karabakh's future. From the world of sports, former Super Falcons striker Desire Obaranozie has called on owners of clubs featuring in the Nigerian Women's Football League (NWFL) to ensure their players are well paid to encourage more young girls to take football as a career. Speaking recently after retiring from national team and club football, Obaranozie said that the welfare of players could go a long way to improving the standards of the Women's League. The ex-Wuhan Jiahan University of China striker also called on football administrators to keep organizing grassroots football championships across the country to discover more female players. She said that clubs in the Nigeria Women's League have to pay players attractive wages to sustain their career while playing football, noting that when Nigeria League players are paid well, it will encourage more girls to play football and also improve the standard of the league in the country, saying more has to be done to discover outstanding talents from the grassroots. Before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS TV from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka. We are on Twitter at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram, we are ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points that made the news again. Anambra State Governor Soludo has abolished payment of all fees in public schools. Anambra State government has given 14 days ultimatum to benefiting communities over installation of transformers. Federal government is to accommodate private firefighters into National Fire Academy. And from the front, since we told you that Armenia has exchanged words with Azerbaijan over a breach of ceasefire. To end the news, here is a special message again. Governor Chuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values that's giving maximum support for the task ahead. That's all on the news this morning. My name is Uche Chukwu Ibanam. Thank you so much for staying with us. Be good.